Hello everybody and welcome. I am the Beta Plan and this is CK3. And in this particular series we are exploring the possibilities of the Northern Lord's Flavour pack by being the manliest of man, by ruling the Isle of Man, creating the Kingdom of Man and doing other manly things, of course. Man. And, well, of course, because we are such a man, we actually got some advice by a tall fellow, a tree of a fellow of Arngrim the Enhejar, if I pronounce that correctly. And that is me, Beta Plan, not knowing exactly how you pronounce Norse names. But yeah, from the Freya series, game considering that, so it's a little bit of a crossover. But yeah, he advised two major things. Like, first, you gotta have some retinue, buddy. And, well, we're building them up. I mean, we did that at the very end of the episode, so yeah, I can imagine that this isn't really something that he would consider a good enough retinue for a manly army. Which I can understand. And secondly, he was like, look, if everybody is raiding the British Isles, why don't you raid somewhere else? Because this has all been it's going to be plundered, and your fellow men are going to focus on this. That's not going to be worth much. Why don't you do something interesting, like, I don't know, go and raid the Canaries? And this man has quite a bit of gold, I have to admit, but his force is also not to be something to be snuffed at, and more importantly, embarking, of course, costs a lot of money. Such an adventure costs money, and each time I would hop from one island to the next. So, for instance, I would land in Madeira, and then I would go to the Canaries over here, the Grand Canaries or Tenerife. It would cost me money, though. Of course, I can see that I can walk here from Tenerife to the Grand Canaria and also to here. So maybe that's not as much of a problem as I thought it was, but nonetheless, yeah, that is going to cost me some gold. So first of all, I think it is time to build up our holdings, which he also suggested was a good idea, but he already understood that I was doing that, so he wasn't too bothered about pressing that particular thing. So we are going to try and do that, and on top of that, of course, make for some true soldiers that, well, could lead such raids. But also in the meantime, I'm thinking about I should really create some stability by changing. Yeah, I also would like to change the culture, I have to admit, but this son of mine, wonderful son, has two stewardship. Like, I have no particular man that's good at that. We are trying to convert the faith, of course, and well, hopefully we can do that. We can do that in 2 years, supposedly. Hopefully everything goes fine with this lady and the child of my heir. My heir, who is not really a warrior, but he does, well, bring people down with words. Ooh. Ah, he is attacking Leinster, because of course, thanks to us, you can't really see that because it now looks like a mess, but if I zoom out, you can see it. Sudrian has expanded quite well. In fact, Jorvik beat Mercia over here, because I don't think that this particular county stands in their hands. Actually, it does. No, it was recently conquered. No, I'm right. Because he inherited it, and he has a claim on it, and he lost it. Yeah, so Jorvik did beat Mercia, very good. East Anglia survived all the wars, very interesting, but they're allied with France, which is what gave them that power. And they think that that might stop us, but that's not entirely true. By the way, Jorvik also has this, which is an interesting conquest, I have to admit. But they think they might, such great realms will help us. Well, our man Hasteen is showing that that is utter bull, because he is attacking Ludwig the Younger of East Francia in the Montaguese invasion of the Kingdom of East Francia. Yes, that is a war and a half. He's going for the entire part of it. I would love to see that, because if he manages to do that, he will be, of course, a manly man. And secondly, and I'm trying to find a county with our religion, so let me just go over here. Here's a holy site of ours, which we don't control at this moment. Back in CK2, the holy sites were located here, 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 and in Zeeland, the Zeeland Delta in the Netherlands. But nowadays it's over here in Kunregaarde, which is interesting and a bit of a problem because this man changed to Carborite. Yep. Dear the stranger, son of white shirt, changed to the Jewish faith. Even Rurik, the founder of the Rurik Dynasty, has changed to a nun. Viking religion. They are a bit of a, how shall I put it? Disappointment to the manly and manliness. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, I am being called to war because my ally, who has helped me out quite a bit, is a defender. These are the attackers. Oh. Oh, is it Fairhair? Fairhair is attacking. Oh boy. That's gonna be rough. Raise all here. I mean, holy heck. I have to help my ally. I'm not happy about it because this is gonna cost me. Oh, hold on. Oh, we can't win this anymore. Forget it. Sorry, dude. I hate to do this to you, but we can't win that anymore. That is mighty unfortunate. That is 2,918. I didn't realize that Fairhair had allied himself with Snake in the Eye. Which of course is again one of the brothers of our guy, Eva the Boneless. So I wouldn't be surprised if he would tell me, nope, you don't. I'll have to see. Leinster is going to be his. I don't mind if he expands, if he can become strong. Of course, in the end, we would like to become our own Kingdom of Man. That is something that we have to do. Now, in order to do so, elevate the Kingdom of Man in the Isles, I need to be a... you get no, that's what I get, but what I need here. I need to be an independent ruler. I'm not that. I need to be a living legend. That's not that easy. Certainly because as a tribal, we spent prestige in order to build up our soldiers. So that is not that easy. Normally I can get there, but that's gonna be a bit of an issue. And I will have to have the title of Mon, so I need to have the Duchy title, and I need to have the trade of Viking, so I need to also have raided. That isn't that particularly of a problem, it is just the in-between things. What I am going to do is I'm going to move my army's rallying point, in this case. You have some men. Where can I raid? You only have... Really? Let me just do this on my own. If you have... really, but 3 men... Really? Yeah. We can siege it down. That is interesting. Good, well spotted. A reasonable point. I don't want to spend prestige. That is just too bad. Can't do that. I'm gonna get just 100 lifetime experience in that case. Wow, that was undefended. Only 3 men. Ooh. It's a son. Okay, he didn't get all the smarts of his mother, but he got some of it. Oh my dear boys, Carpahedgen? Oh boy, howdy! I mean, I can pronounce Björn. I can do that. I can do Kettle, but Helgi I can do. Really, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to change this because a good, I don't know, Porbrander. Yeah, let's go do something that's a little bit difficult, which I probably still will, I'm pretty mispronouncing, but at least somewhere near interesting for us. By the way, you could be wondering, how did I manage it? Yeah, that defeat was plain to see before I even arrived there. There was nothing that we could do about that. We have still him as an ally, don't get me wrong, but yeah, he is now a little bit less powerful. I think for now we should just sit on the things that we have. There we go, 100% war score. Enforce the mats. What I wanted to say before I did this is, you could be wondering, how did you manage to get 3 counties to be ruled? Well, I put my wife from helping me in Marshall to managing domain. That was enough. Now I have 1 county too many. That I'm just gonna have to live with, because I can't really do much about that. But look at that, we are definitely getting stronger, and that was not just only for having this, that was also definitely for simply, let's just do Defender of the Faith, for noticing that this was just not protected. Ooh, a special new event from the Flavour Pack, Northern Lords. It behooves a chieftain to spend time at sea, with the salting air in his face and a fine vessel beneath his feet. Today sees my personal craft and a small escorting squadron out for drills, practice and pleasure. I mean, we always need to be on a ship. We're come from the Isle of Man, yo. Even though this, for some reason, has a land bridge. Well, actually, there are some more islands in between, so I guess that's what they're meaning for to skip about. But still, it's not like those islands are, you know, very lush and stuff. The short voyage has been exhilarating change of the pace from life at court. While we spotted a distant plume of water, followed by a small island of wine dark flash rolling out the waves. The greatest beast of all deeps, a whale. Get the harpoons. Not a very good outcome. Let the others handle it. Just bring me the carcass, or a creature of fearsome majesty leave it. Gives me stress, but that prestige gain is wondrous. I'm just gonna see it as a sign. And I want to build gathering halls because I want to have that prestige grow. But we don't have the gold at the moment. Now we also now border more territory, which we might be able to raid, but I need to be a wee bit careful where I do this. Because if I lose my army, it's gonna be a mighty blow to me. Maybe it's because it was raided that it was so weak. Oh! Exercise together with Peary. Let's see and get athletic. Yeah, becoming even healthier. This guy is... I mean, I'm not a strong man, but I am a crusty old salt. And that is worth something as well, I think. I'm a crusty old salt. Oh, there it already is. Go! I can just get out in time. No, I cannot. Well, bye-bye to my force. Yeah, this is why raiding for us right now just isn't in the cards yet. Because this is actually going to lead me to losing more prestige because these guys need to replenish. Yep. Ouchie. Oh. Active election in the Kingdom of Elba. Yeah, you're always going to do that, aren't you? Because we already voted for that. Prepare me a magical fish, or I could gain the witch secret. The witch secret, which I assume for my faith is still criminal. Yeah. There was a very interesting thing regarding the magic, which is called Cedre, if I pronounce it correctly, which I probably don't, but S-A-E, and then that D with that special sign, the R, I believe is the way you pronounce that. It was considered the Norse magic, and even Odin traded his eye in order to gain access to it, but still it was kind of shunned and considered weird. It's one of those interesting things. Oh, I can get 250 piety for burning him at the stake. I don't really need that in particular. Oh, aloof for commoners. Direct vassal opinion. I don't have those. But the prestige gain is nice. Considering I don't have a good chance at the other ones, although I do love the learning bonus, but let's just go with removing it right now. Oh, my dear father, I eagerly propose to formalize the ties that lie between us. She wants an alliance. That is interesting. You have a claim on... Oh! You've been beaten back by the one that we had an alliance with. I'm gonna accept that. Because if she wants to fight back for it, I am fine with it. By the way, you did get an under county, didn't you? Yeah, you went down to the islands over here. Well, let's hope she doesn't convert. Hopefully she converts back to Azatru. Or if she comes to us, or her sons come to us, I am all fine with it. Right now they won't, of course, because they are Norse Catholics. County corruption. Oh, bandits running rampart. Let's nag it. Oh, again out for sale. But this time another type of event. There are many reasons for me to ply the waters near Hulmatun. Where the heck does this lie? Oh. That's on the island, man? Oh, okay. This is just called the tribe. Okay, good to know. I'm sorry. In times of peace, to show power to dissuade pirates, even simply to fish or enjoy the sea breeze. We are on such petty voyages when I spot a local vessel floundering in the distance. Even from here, it's clear that it's taken damage while out raiding, its crew just barely keeping it afloat as they pail out water with silver goblets and ceramic bowls. The sight would be comical if it wasn't so serious. I could stop and try to help them, but I have a very low chance of doing this, or the ship sinks with all hands, losing prestige and getting sadistic, or we can keep the loot if we kill the survivors. But it's an act of tyranny, but I don't have that many problems with that. Besides, I am indeed a mean man, so let's just get some gold. And let's see if it's an act of tyranny or not. Yeah, it's an act of tyranny. Survivors slip away to the shore. But it's just enough gold to fund for me the gathering holes. Because we need that. My dynasty has unlocked mostly fair. Okay, yeah, that is a problem that I cannot help. I am not the dynasty head. She is, and she has unlocked mostly fair. That is not the one that I wanted to see, because that is the one in diplomacy. Control growth. It might actually be interesting for us. I said diplomacy, but it is stewardship. I always get it confused because this looks to me like the diplomacy sign. In fact, I know it looks like the diplomacy sign. Let me just show you how weird this is. Doesn't show it like that. Anyways, it's here. Foreign affairs focus. It's that scroll. So why in the blazes then, when it's for stewardship, who by the way normally is like a treasure chest or something like that, when it comes to the dynasty legacies, is the administration a scroll? An adventure over here. By the way, I haven't even shown you off to this, and I should show it. Which is also a problem why she's a dynasty head. In Northern Lords Flavor Pack, there are 2 new legacies for Northern Lords. And they are adventure, a roaming spirit, a desire to know more, and wonderment at the world left unseen, or as the saying goes, to flatten off her family go the spoils. You can go for raiding or for adventure. This is diplomatic range. Receive bonus troops above the cap when adventuring. Dynasty heads interactions sent to the ranking guards. We can gift givers. I don't sense gift cost is lowered. Not really intended on that, but seduction scheme, because that's a bit of an adventure. Gain prestige for successful seduction schemes. Okay, this is getting weird. Strange gods. Different faith opinion is boosted. Different faith popular opinion is lowered, and faith conversion cost lowered. Dynasty member demand conversion acceptance plus 50. This makes it easier for you to switch over to a new faith. Okay, it's an adventure of a sort. I can get that, but that is. Let me just continue before I start rambling. Veteran explorers, enemy hostile scheme success chance is lowered, movement speed is increased, that's amazing, the supply duration amazing increased, and decentralized rule can use the befriend scheme on vassals without even having the diplomacy focus. Each of your friend relations give you free vassal opinion, 2 popular opinion, and plus 1% vassal tax contribution for up to 5 friends. That is amazing, because plus 15 vassal opinion for 5, and you can easily do that. That is really good, but they just don't stack with one another. They are so all over the place that, like, it's very cool when you unlock strange gods, change to your faith, and then, what, you're gonna change your faith 4 or 5 more times in your family if you want this or something? It's just odd to me, this one. I do like veteran explorers. It feels right that this always works. I mean, it doesn't matter if you raid or not. So movement speed is good, supply duration is good. Decentralized rule is an amazing one. Gift givers, I guess so. It's not that strong, but then again, it's the second one, so that's fine. And Wanderlust, yeah, it doesn't really work after you have done the adventuring thing for. But Dynasty had interaction. We can always send it to the Varangian God, which is nice. And the diplomatic range is always also something that is consistent. So even if receive bonus troops above the cap when adventuring is at a certain point perhaps no more useful because you've changed your fate due to Strange God, everything else is something that's gonna stay. It's just Strange God is to me strange. Ha ha, hard pun. Then let's look at pillaging. Sea Wolves, prowess just gained, plus naval speed and a prestige and fame from battles. It's alright. I mean, it's good that House of Warriors gives more prowess, but yeah, I can see the bonuses of it. I would probably prefer a warfare in general, but okay. Army loot capacity plus 50%. Okay, I can see that working a lot. Defenders advantage plus 5 when we're defending when they're trying to do something against us. And max size of heavy infantry regiments, like housecarls and stuff. Awesome. That is really good. Gold from ransoms plus 50%. Also good. Gain prestige when ransoming prisoners. Also good. More likely to imprison characters after a successful siege. Yeah, that even works with one another. Making a killing. Enemy fatal casualties increased and gain gold from battles. That is something I always wanted to see. Like, that's very logical. Just sell the fucking loot that is lying on the ground. And then no quarter. Daily siege progress also increased. Enemy counties lose substantial extra control when occupied. That could be disadvantaged because, I mean, some of these things also just simply work for you going to war without you pillaging. So basically, I like pillage a lot. Adventure has just some weird things in it. But she chose law, which by the way has been boosted, mostly fair. Its hunt and feast costs have been lowered by 30%, and I think that is a good thing because it kinda was sucky. In fact, the control growth of Faithful Magistrate only was also pretty bad, so they've done title creation cost lowered, which I like. I think this one really needed a boost. And in fact, they've done that also with the midsection over here. Natural schemers, they've all been given a small little boost. Sorry, treasured knowledge here. Development growth plus 20%. That's the one that I have screamed about, that like I want something like that. They haven't put it in the administration, they've actually put it on learning. Okay, you can get that also in scholar. I kind of get it, but if that would have been here, I would have loved it as well. Because now erudition becomes even. Then again, I have to admit, erudition was something I didn't take a lot because better guests weren't that good, but now that guests are also cheaper, that might be nice. Ordained rulership, that's also good, that has increased. Yeah, okay, definitely things have been boosted up a bit. This hasn't been buffed because this can be really good. I know that. This is also really good, just flat up, straight up, an additional number of knights. Yeah, some things have max schemes plus 1. Oh, sway schemes. I was already like, wait, what? Has this been improved? This has actually been improved. Fertility is already good, man. They just thought everything needs to be buff, apparently. Child opinion increased. Okay, that's more. Fewer this has not been changed, which is fine, I think. Was the disease resistant there? I don't know. Yeah, close bonds wasn't that great, so the personal scheme chance improvement is nice. Dynasty members are less likely to die to get wounded in battle. That is a great one for Squire traditions. So they've all been buffed a wee little bit. Mostly fair because of the hunt and feast cost lowered. It might be alright. It might be alright. It's just also nice perhaps to explore something that we haven't explored before. I have a dangerous faction. Yeah, that is not unexpected. We have a little too little power. But let's just increase our house costs for now. Oh dear, that makes me go negative prestige. Yep, that is why it's kind of difficult. But this is going to be interesting. We have finished our first conversion. Costs 15 years over here. Holy moly. Why is that so? Because we are even a learning man that has religious icon. So it can't be the fervor difference. What's the issue? We're pluralist, that's a problem. Pastoral isolation of insular is causing it. And then we are unreformed. This is gonna take forever converting this area. But hey, at least we converted something. Our liege lord hasn't done anything. Then again, he is on insular, so it's even more difficult for him to change anything around. I was just about to say. I just noticed that this guy here was insular. This guy has changed to Gaelic insular. Because I assume this is a Norseman, considering the way Catholic. Oh, maybe not. Maybe just gave it to. Because that person is Norse, definitely. I was just about to say, they don't switch that quickly from their religion now, do they? Oh, I don't know. We'll have to see. But we definitely gained some benefit there. Are we going into the next cycle of development? No, we're not. We still have the problem, of course, that these people are Irish or Gaelic, at least not our culture. That is not a lot of gold. 12 gold for a hunt. Yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of butting heads with the people that we rule, which is gonna cost us control, which is a little unfortunate. Cattle, okay. Son of Helgi. Did not inherit Vakund, so not as great. Never a peasant should listen. So this is a battle. Now we should have it over here. We have enough soldiers here of decent quality that we should be able to wreck face. The first battle did indeed do so. So let's merely increase control again. I know how to speak, I tell you. Rise of the Scots. Though they share common origins with the other Anglo-Saxons, the clans living in the northern Britain's lowlands have adapted to life in the rugged terrain. Diverging culturally and linguistically from their former countrymen, these Scots have enthusiastically embraced their new cultural identity. Will they be able to thrive on their own? So, the Scots have developed over here, outside of the Pictish and the Gaelic. I assume that is because of the combination with the Norse that triggers. Because I have seen, but that was before 1.3, the Scots never living, and then either the Gaelic or the Pictish just won it. So I don't know exactly what the trigger is for that to happen, but it's kind of cool. We're kind of cool, and we're trying to follow your advice and Angrim and here by creating troops. But oof, does that cost us prestige? But there we go. Even with a negative, we just have so much better troops that this will work fine. And now that we've won this battle, I would have thought we would have gained some prestige for that, but we didn't. Oh, and maybe I think my son got wounded from that. Oh, I preferred if you had got wounded, but alright. Yeah, you're not also such a good fighter. Theologian, let's just unlock it. You know what? We can go for development. I still feel fine, I'm fine. That should at least increase this just a wee little bit. Oh, because it's just too bad at control growth. Host a feast, call a hunt. I'm a little bit more interested in... by the way, hold on. Appointing you as a court physician. Just to have somebody. Let's hope that works. Still building everything up. I think it is high time that I... It's so weird how far you have to scroll out until you can see that this guy is indeed beneath you. Ivaring. Did you give it to a brother? No. Ube has gained land. I sometimes wish I could play at this guy. It is the only unlanded son of Lodbrok here, but he is a pretty awesome character. Well, sometimes I may think like I should just switch whenever he gets landed, because he tends to get landed because, well, Whiteshort tends to win his war and then he will land him. That's a kind of a cool character. Yeah, my overlord doing a lot of raiding. 500 men now to my name. He has 1,000 still. But you don't have that much. I can't do that. Are you raidable, or has my boss already raided you down? Did I not? No, I don't need to do that. Right. Yeah, you've been already raided down. But Desmond hasn't. 612. Well, I have better troops. I am willing to try this out. Another good place to raid perhaps might actually be Wales, because they don't tend to go there a lot, and for me it's pretty next door. He is willing to fight. Then I think he's... The AI is not always as good to know. Why in the world did I not move? Maybe there is a mechanic there that I'm not familiar with. Hold on then. I'm just going to continue raiding then. Thank you so much. Let me capture you. Let me ransom you. Or torture? I'm sadistic. Now I spend it. I kind of was wondering if I could use her for a great blot. I need prestige for that. Oh, I wasn't aware. Alright, but let us get to Desmond then. Now that we've already beaten your army, and I've already spent this prestige to regain the troops. Our champion Helgi. That's my son. He is in the fight. As are you, but you have become a berserker. Lowering your diplomacy, which is why I was already like, this is not that good for you, but whatever. I guess ransoming her in this case is better because she's 25 gold worth. That's quite a bit of cash. As are you. You should be around 50. Yeah. That is just too good to be true. Oh, I saw a diplomacy option fading, but I think that was the one for the boy. Strangafjord. I could go for more money, but I'm also really interested in building gathering halls, because if I don't have enough prestige, flat income, I can't support all these wonderful troops that have now won me the war here. It's our quality of troops that have won it, because they had more, but it was a real slow moving away. Oh, hold on. I can raid you, I believe. Yep, I can raid the churches. That is also holdings that I can raid, and I can see them over... No, wait a second. This is now part of my liege lord's territory, but this church is still there. Hold on, how many men do you have before I start doing this? You have way more than I have. Let's not push our luck. You have... Ooh, boy. Well, we're gonna go with courage, because I don't think I could say any of the other things that would make her happy. 24 prestige, 24 gold. The gold is good, it's the prestige that is a bit of a problem. That's just unraised man-at-arms. I'm also under my concubine limit. Yeah, and I don't have any concubines to take. I just want to see what happens if these guys are full, how much that will hurt my prestige before I decide upon anything else. So let's quickly get there and then end the episode. 1.2. Okay, so when they are unraised and don't need to resupply, we can do it. Didn't realize that diplomacy counters into how much prestige you get. So there's minus 1%. It's not a lot, but still. And it's cool that he's... It does boost his prowess, and it was horrendous, so in that sense it's nice, but yeah, going with a diplomat that is... It's a bit weird. You're going for a second child. Alright. Well, I'm gonna think of what we're going to do with this lovely prestige. We can't build one of you because you're 230, so we're we're going to have to do it for a building. The question is, which one? Now I'm considering doing the gathering halls because we need that prestige to be high enough to support the troops that we have. But for now, I say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.